right, guys, this is your lesson on tax, tip, markup, discounts, and commission. So, first of all, what are tax, tips, markups, discounts, and commission? These are all things that represent a percent of the cost of an item. Okay, so a tax is an extra fee you pay when you buy an item. A tip is an extra fee you pay to the server that serves you a meal or the taxi driver that drives you somewhere. A markup is a certain percent that stores put on the cost of an item so that they make money. A discount would be an example of when something is on sale or a coupon. That's a discount. You get to take money off of the price of an item. And commission, there's some professions in where you make money based on commission. So if you were to sell cars, depending on how expensive the car is, you make more commission. Maybe you make 3% on every car that is sold. Or if you work at a furniture store, you make commission. Maybe you make 5% of all of the product that someone buys. So which ones do I add to the price of an item? Well, that would be tax is something that is additional. You pay for the item plus the tax. Tip, that's another one that you would add to the cost of an item. So you go to a restaurant, you have a meal that costs $85, and then you tip them an extra 20%. So that's 20% added onto your bill. Markup, the amount that a store marks up their item so that they make money, that would be an increase. And that's it. So tax, tips, and markup. Which ones do I subtract from the price of an item? That would be any sort of discount. So if it says like saves or you have a coupon, those are all different types of discounts. Or maybe you have like a customer loyalty card. Every time you go to Kohl's, you save 5% because you're a loyal customer. Okay, and which ones are neither added or subtracted? That is commission. Okay, commission is just the amount of money that you make based on a sale. So again, if I was working at a car dealership and I make 8% for every car that I sell, then if I sell a car that's $30,000, I would find 8% of $30,000, and that's how much money I make. Now, some people also have base salaries, so maybe they make $100 a week plus their commission. Then I guess you would add the commission on. But commission itself, you don't add or subtract to any other number. I should actually add another word. Another word for commission is royalty. That's not talking about kings or queens, but if you're like a musician or an author or a songwriter, you earn royalty for every time your book is purchased or every time your song is downloaded. It's kind of the same thing as commission. For all of these, again, remember that every single one of them, represent a percent of the cost. Percent of the cost. It tells us mathematically what I'm going to do. Again, I'm going to write it up here. A percent of the cost. So tax is a percent of the cost. A discount is a percent of the cost. A markup is a percent of the cost. A commission is a percent of the cost. Everything here is a percent of the cost. You find the same thing the same way every time. So we're going to do 3 examples together, and then we're going to do a bunch of practice the next time I see you. So it says, only identify the percent of the cost. Show your setups. Round to the pennies position when needed. Remember, that's the hundredths spot. So for all of these, tax, tip, markup, discount, commission, that all refers to money. And when we write money, we always round it to the hundredths position. You don't see it cut off at the tenths position. That would be the dime spot. You never see money written 12.2. That's weird. It would say $12.20. Okay, and you don't ever see it go further than the hundredths spot because we're talking about money. All right, so Julie went to the store to buy a new pair of pants. The price of her pants was $45.95. The tax rate in her city is 7%. How much is she going to pay in tax? So again, tax is a percent of the cost. Every time I start with this, okay, and I just switch my word. Maybe if it was tip, I would say tip is the percent of the cost. Commission is the percent of the cost. Start with the same thing every time. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in what we know. Okay, we're trying to figure out the tax, so I'm just going to leave that as tax equals percent. So I have 7%. But whenever we do this, we have to write our percent as a decimal. So remember, there's a decimal point here. We move it 2 places to the left. So I'm going to say 0.07 or 7/100 times the cost of our item. And her pair of pants was $45.95. So if I want to figure out what her tax is going to be, all I have to do is take 7/100 in my calculator, so 0.07, times the cost of her pair of pants, which was $45.95. Okay? Now, when I do this in my calculator, I get a long decimal, but I remember that I have to round it to the hundredth spot. So that 6 is going to tell that 1 to become a 2. So I'm going to say the tax is, and remember it's an amount of money, so we're going to put our dollar sign. Looks like $3.22. And that's how you find the tax. Now, if I asked you to find the total cost, then because this is something you would add together, I would find the tax and then add it to the price of pants. But we are not going to do that quite yet. Let's try another one. Simon wanted a new baseball glove for the upcoming season. He got an ad in the paper from SportsMart showing a 20% off sale for all baseball equipment. How much will Simon save on a baseball mitt that's original price is $83? Okay, so now we're talking about a discount. We're talking about a savings. So his discount is the percent of the cost. So again, I used the same phrase except instead of tax, now I'm looking for the discount, the amount he's saving. All right, so I'm going to write D for discount equals, it says 20% off sale. So there's a decimal here, I just don't see it, and I'm going to move it 2 places to the left. So I know my decimal is 2/10, or if you write the 0 here, that doesn't matter, it's not needed, but you can, or 20/100. Times the cost of his baseball mitt. The mitt that he wants is $83. So times 83. So then I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to say 2/10 times $83. And this time I don't even have to round, but be careful. Remember, this is ending in the tenths place, and when we're talking about money, we're always going to go to the hundredths place. And since it ends in the tenths, we just have to add a 0 as a placeholder. So we know that his discount or his savings is going to be $16.60. That's how much he's going to save on his baseball mitt. All right, one more time. Alex works at a car dealership. He makes $500 a month plus a 5% commission on his total sales for the month. If Alex sold 8 cars last month, totaling $132,000, how much money did Alex make on commission? Okay, so again, commission is just like everything else. A commission is a percent of the cost. Okay, now, we need to be really careful here because there is an extra piece of information that we're not going to use. It's here to trick you. Okay, so commission equals the percent. Well, there's only one place where I see percent here, and it says he makes a 5% commission. So 5%, decimal points here go 1, 2 places to the left, and I need to add a 0. So 0.05 or 5/100 times, and then remember, the money is the amount he sold in cars. This 500 is an extra piece of information. we're not going to put it in there. It says no matter if he sells 1 car, 10 cars, or 30 cars, no matter what, he's going to make $500 a month, which isn't a lot. That's what motivates you to sell. That is not part of his commission, though, so we do not include that. That's an extra bit of information. I do know he sold 8 cars that totaled $132,000, and that right there, excuse me, that is what we're going to use for his total amount of sales. Okay, so in my calculator, I'm going to do 5,000 times $132,000. And I find out for commission, he makes, very good month. He makes $6,600 in commission. Just in commission, he made $6,600 for selling 8 cars that totaled $132,000. Okay, that's it. We're going to practice this a lot the next time I see you. If you have questions, make sure you mark them down so you know what to ask when I see you.